is happening? NFP, baby, let's go! LTA, baby. Yes, sir. All right, let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. As always, it's the NFP. The NFP. It's the day. It's the weekly closure. Of course, on a beautiful Friday here. Let's talk about it. Just came from the trading floor with the fam. Right into the YouTube stream. Shout out to the trading floor. Shout out to everyone who was there right here. Okay. Very slow, very slow. A lot of patience. But you guys are crushing it. Absolutely crushing it. Incredible stuff. Keep it up, guys. Shout out to the fam. W in the chat for the trading floor. Let's go. And also you guys on YouTube, make sure you smash the like button, you hit the notification bell, and most importantly, you download the ebook if you know exactly how we enter, and why we're doing what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. Fantastic stuff. Let's dive right into it. We don't have that much time to waste. Yes, we are in a short now for gold at this particular moment. We have to talk about the reasons why. Number one, yesterday, guys, do you guys remember that? Yesterday, we talked about the 2335. Do you guys remember? If so, press a yes in the chat if you guys were there yesterday. Okay, yesterday on the stream, we talked about the 23, okay? 2335. We said the 2343 is not gonna do it. Okay, the 2335, we bounced from the 2335. All right, we bounced perfectly from the 2335. We went up to the 2466. We talked about this level as well. It's that POC level, all right, level that we cannot neglect. I have one rule right now with the crew, with the group. If we want to get into trades also with regards to news, the best thing you can do, the best thing you can try to do, if you see a setup that could make sense, potentially, is to try to enter right before the news. We can always trade again after the news, but right before the news in London, because if that's the case and you get your trade, you can secure yourself, all right? You can secure yourself on break even. You can hook yourself up risk-free practically if you want to. You can take profits, you can do whatever you want there. And then potentially, it could run a result into a bigger winner. It's not a guarantee. News could flip gold in a moment. We're still bullish on gold, right? We all know this. We are very bullish on gold here, yet we are in a critical level, but it could, at the same time, it could by definition completely tank, right? This could also be the case. It could completely tank, price could flip, tank, and completely reverse at the same time. But if it tanks, you have a monster of a trade. You have a monster, all right? So there is no certainty. It's worth it to get in before if the opportunity is there. It's not always the case though. Okay, so that's the main reason. Before the news, we're gonna secure ourselves. We're gonna most likely put our stops on break even. If you get hit, you get hit. If you don't get hit, it might result into a big win. Okay, that's the idea here for gold. So that's why securing yourself sometimes is absolutely key. If you get stopped out, the price still reverses down. I'm not gonna be sad. I'm not gonna be annoyed. It is what it is, okay? That's just the game. It's just a probability game over the course of many times here during London session, waiting for the NFP to come. Then hopefully being in profit. That's the best case scenario, being in profit before, okay? And otherwise, you take a small hit, you cut your trade before the news. You're not gonna let your trade in drawdown before the news, okay? It doesn't make sense. It could be even worse. you rather get hit, your stop get hit, or you set very tight stop losses in case. Okay, so that's the idea. If it goes, it goes. If it doesn't go, it doesn't go. We're going to talk about gold afterwards because there definitely are some bullish factors as well. But hey, we have to wait. We have to wait and see, G's. It's all about your risk management right now. We'll see afterwards how it goes. Okay. For the rest, we also took an massive oil trade in the group, and an Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar is in drawdown. So we're kind of, major profit. This one is already way back secured. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar is in drawdown. Gold is also in profits. And our main focus, of course, on the streams is going to be gold. We're going to see what will happen here. If we are going to tank or if we're going to get it stopped out on break even. Let's see. Let's see. After this, okay, we have a lot of things to cover. The 2235 indeed was that lower time frame swing PRC yesterday. We wanted to initially go and take a long from the swing very high. We said, you know what? There's no follow through. It's the way it was structured, it was not strong enough. We're probably gonna head down to the 2435 to that next level, that POC level, and that's eventually where we bounced from. We went from that level towards the 2466. So that's a big move, but now we're slowing down. All right, the dollar has been coming down aggressively. By the way, that's the main key. The dollar was tanking. All right, before the NFP right now, the dollar has been coming down throughout the whole London session. All right, and Asian session. So we have practically coming down throughout the whole day today. And that's why I'm very interested. Let's say you bounce, right? It's not going to be beneficial for gold. And the thing that I was seeing is that gold was not coming down. The dollar was coming down, but gold was not coming up. So gold was not following through, right? Responding to gold, weak demeanor. Therefore, when the dollar now potentially could stabilize, I'm like, you know what? That might be something. We might have something here. Okay, why is gold not moving up in that layer of resistance here, while the dollar, or by definition right now currently, is already tanking so much? Gold should be breaking up, right? Continuing up higher if the dollar is that particularly weak. The 10-year yield was also not that strong. So yeah, these things combined are definitely interesting here. So yes, anyways, stops on break. Okay, 3 minutes left. Let's see where it takes us, and after that we can trade news normally. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Come up, you might come down. Do take that in consideration. We have to it because we're still we're practically on break even. You can decide, guys. Everyone in the trading floor right now can. Okay, that's it. And before we rock and roll here, let me. The microphone is not working. Let me see it. Let me confirm. Test. Okay, I think we're good now. Quickly, let's see what we have in the building with us. We have 5 seconds left, so we do it afterwards. We're doing it afterwards. Let's see what happens, G's. Good luck. We're pushing up. We're pushing up. Damn. Damn. Okay. 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 Are we good? Yeah, we're good. We're good. Woo! That was a lucky shot, guys. That was a lucky shot. All right. For all the buyers, congratulations. Congratulations. Dollar kept tanking the whole day. We didn't flip here. Dollar didn't flip. Dollar kept coming down here. Thank God we're secured. Thank God we're secured. Okay. That's beautiful. No need to be... It's gonna be the biggest trade. It's gonna be the biggest trade, and it's worth to take it. It's worth to take it. Wow, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, indeed coming down, G's. That's absolutely crazy. So yeah, very good stuff. Oil doesn't care. Oil doesn't care. Oil just keeps going and going and going. Let me know if the microphone is good. I'm gonna buy a new microphone in a couple weeks. That's it. Let me know if it's good right now. Let me know if it's good right now. Let's see. Damn, what a move that was, jeez. Whew. All right. Look at the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, man. Look at that. Anyways, guys, gold moved up. All right, we're above the fixed POC here. Is there a chance we're gonna flip? You have to love the NFP Fridays, man. That's what it is. I completely agree here. Is there a chance we are gonna flip around here and turn around here? Let's see if that's the case. Lorenzo, why did you took a short? Well, we took a short in London, right? And we entered roughly here. So if price is coming down and you are securing yourself before the news comes, you put it obviously a couple sliding profit. You don't want to get stopped out, okay? You can potentially continue to drive further, right? That's the idea. So it's better for me personally to get in before today, buying here, right? As where we are in a resistance, I don't know. We could still flip. I would not be surprised. This is the NFP. The NFP usually tends to do something like an impulse and then turn around later on. Could also be the case here. So yeah, absolutely crazy. Good luck, G's. Yeah, absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Lorenzo, did you stay in the New Zealand dollar trade? Currently, yes, we are still in the New Zealand dollar, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar trade at this particular moment. We took some profits out right now. I'll show you the, I show the P&L in the chat. I will drop it in the trading floor for you guys so you know exactly where my entry is at, okay, and what we are looking for. All right. Stop loss and break even now. All right. Price came back again. It came up and it came back down. So now you want to put your stop loss and break even. Your TP should already be taken out. Definitely. We should have already been there around the lows right there. Okay. Good on you guys. Congratulations. But we lost nothing because we were in profit. Lost the profits, yeah. Lost the profits. Yes. Let me see what the trading floor is up to here. Yeah, we're going to wait and sit out right now. What's going to happen with the NFP? Of course, we're going to sit it out real quick. We're going to check it in a second. Where this 30-minute candle is going to close right now. Or 15-minute candle comes first, then the 30-minute candle. And then we see from there. Yeah. Oil absolutely to the down the drain here. Gold up, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar down. That's your typical NFP in a nutshell for you guys. Damn. We should do more of this more often. News made a lot of sense. Break even is fine. Imagine if it went the other way around. Exactly. That's why we're doing this on London every single day when we have a big news day. We're going to go into the London session, such as the CPI and the NFP. We're going to go into the London session. We're going to see if it makes sense to take a trade beforehand, because I think that's where you can find the best opportunities. You're going to experience this a lot though, I think. You're going to experience a lot that price turns around. Potentially, if Asia and London was bearish, that it turns around during New York when the news comes. Like, you're building liquidity for the news. So, you know, you're not going to always take it here, but if you are able to secure yourself or put yourself in a good position, and then the news comes along, then maybe, you know, percentage-wise, you know, 30% of the time, it's going to continue to drive. That will be the ideal case. Marcus says, I also want some setup so you know how it works now. Exactly. All right. We have 3 guys in the chat right now. We have Kellogg, we have Marco, we have me, we have maybe Mike. We have a couple guys here. We need more fellas in our group sharing the setups with the fam. That's why we created, or that's why we created the trading floor for you guys. It's to build a platform. Okay. And it's about helping each other. So I see some guys stepping up here. If you're willing to step up in the near future, maybe not now or later on, in the Trading Floors chat right now, type in a yes. I'm willing to step up. In the future, type in a yes, similar to what Marco is doing, similar to what I'm doing, similar to what Kellogg is doing. RJ, you're already stepping up. I see you, my friend. Nice. That's it. We're going to create killers. But what we're going to do here today is we're going to wait for, at least I'm going to wait now for this candle to close, 30 minutes. Obviously, we're now above the previous rate. We're not above the highs yet, by the way. We are above the POC. So that's still an important level, fam. Very important level to look at for further potentially even continuations. But it all depends where we close here. Obviously, this was just a move up without a single retracement. So we have not seen a single bottom wick getting set or placed. We just saw an instant move to the upside right here. So, you know, you never know, man. The last minute before the hourly closure here could result into a flip. We have seen this over and over again. And what happens is that you open up, the hourly closes. People are starting to see that. They started to get afraid. They think, oh, I'm going to lose my profits. I'm going to get out of my position. And then price comes back right to where we came from. How many times have we seen this happening with the NFP, right? You start out very good, price eventually turns back right to the entry, and you close literally an indecisive hourly candle or something like that, or a, you know, a neutral candle in that manner. So yeah, that's what you might see on the hourly time frame if you indeed decide to pull back down. But who knows? Lorenzo Raya Banks met $18,000 on oh my. There we go. Lorenzo, yeah, Raya Banks made $18,000 on gold. Congratulations to Vantage. Yeah, I think he places sell stops and buy stops every NFP regardless. So at some point it's gonna win. It's gonna be a good trade. So congratulations. Nice. Lorenzo has almost 100% win rate trading news. Yeah, we lost once. We lost the last news trade, the CPI trade. We lost. Pretty hard here. But yeah, we didn't trade news today. We trade before the news. That doesn't really count. Yeah. Maxo says he was in buys prior to the NFP. Okay, amazing. That's really nice. That's unusual. That's great. That's beautiful. Lorenz, what are you looking for right now? What are you waiting for? I'm waiting for the closure on gold. So where we're gonna close this candle. No need to FOMO in here. I think that's one layer. At the same time today, I was also thinking about moving a little bit into the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq has been absolutely crushed ever since we created the high on a Wednesday. Okay, so I really wanted to look at the Nas also to see what's going on there, because you just want to observe the open today. I think this is kind of important because, yeah, I'm very curious to see what happens around the US Open when we start to pull back into, you know, kind of this low right here. We're very close already. So I'm very curious to see what will happen, especially because gold is absolutely going to the absolute moon and the dollar is tanking. It's tanking very aggressively right now at the moment. So yeah, very interesting stuff. New Zealand dollar to the moon. Oh no, sorry, Australian dollar. Euro to the moon. Of course, if the dollar gets rejected, then the euro gets his prime time. Lorenzo, it was a typical play, G, compress, manipulate, then reverse fly. The reason why I don't like to take these trades before the news like that, like with such a, you know, entry, is because of the wicks that sometimes get created. Sometimes you create these type of wicks here. Price comes down, it comes down aggressively, it creates a massive wick, it stops everyone out, plus slippage, plus more. So even if your entry was there, right, or your stop was there, you still get squeezed out, and then price reverses to the upside. Okay, so that's why I'm usually not a big fan of very tight stop losses when price is right there. Personally, I'm not a big fan of taking buys against that with the stop loss then. Otherwise, or I had to put my stop loss, you know, below the wicks here, you know, much further away. And I'm just not a big fan of it. So I rather get now in before the news, or I wait price to get down and I set limit orders. And if I set limit orders, then it makes more sense, because then you get triggered here, your stop is there, your risk reward is still fine, right? So that is usually what I tend to do when I trade the news, is setting out limit orders. And you know, I try to avoid these stupid wicks that you see sometimes when price comes down and then still moves back up. So yeah, that's the main reason. So either enter before the news or set limit orders. Let's look at the numbers. I haven't even looked at the numbers yet. Wow, 114. Yo, this is nasty, geez. 4.3% unemployment. 114. Yo, that's nasty. That is absolutely nasty. That's terrible. These are terrible numbers. 114,000. Okay, so combine this with a rate cut. Are we gonna stimulate the economy, or what's going on here? Is Bitcoin moving up? That's the question. Is Bitcoin actually making a move here, or does Bitcoin not care whatsoever? What's going on here? I want to know what Bitcoin is doing, because, man, that would be... Probably doesn't even care. No, it doesn't even care. Okay. No, Bitcoin did not really react from it. At least not as much as I thought it would. Too bad, not yet. The time is not there yet. We're waiting, patiently waiting, patiently waiting. Let's see. All right. Anyways, man, yeah. So non-farm payrolls 114,000 is really bad, and the employment rate going up. Yeah, that means the dollar is just is and will become weaker. Like these numbers are very aggressive result numbers. So therefore, that's not bearish for gold. It's not bearish for gold. But the question in the short term now is gold gonna at least come down to fill up and it's starting to move, or where are we gonna close here? That's what I'm looking for. But yeah, man. Yeah. %69%. Okay, yeah. That's actually kind of interesting that they're now thinking about like chances less that it will happen. I don't think so. I think it's gonna happen. But anyways. That would be nasty if they would decide now in September we're not gonna decrease interest rates because the data from the PMI yesterday, from the NFP, right, the unemployment rate is so bad that we have to just keep the interest rates up. Sorry guys, we have no choice, nothing else we can do about it. I mean, that would be nasty because of course lower interest rates means, of course, it could be a catalyst for stimulus in the economy. The equity market, the commodity market, the cryptocurrency markets, we're all waiting for it. Real estate is getting crushed. Absolutely destroyed. So yeah, damn. Amar says, Vantage says I have insufficient funds to withdraw. Did it ever happen to you? No. Never. How much are you willing to withdraw? That's the question. How much do you need to withdraw now? Marcus says, look at the yen. Yeah, so the yen, that's beautiful. So yeah, the yen is looking very good, man. Once again, we broke above the monthly now. Next layer is at 6888. We're looking very good there. The main thing with the yen is now that it has a strong negative correlation with this right here, the 10-year yield. And I'll tell you why that is in a second. While we're waiting for gold to close. Gold is closing in 10 minutes. So let's wait 10 minutes for gold to close. We're most likely going to close above the 2466. I would be surprised if we do not, but we'll see. We'll see about that one. But anyways, the yen, negative correlation with the 10-year yield. Their own currency is practically, useless. So what they've done, every currency got their own government bonds, right? So the 10-year yield is from the dollar, right? The US 10-year treasury bonds, government bonds, 10-year yield. This is what people could buy in order for them to get a return on their money, right? This is what the government provides you as a return on your investment. Now it's at 3.856%. It was at 4.5%. It came as high as 5%, right? It's coming down. If this comes down, okay, then that money has to go somewhere else. In that case, it could go to the dollar, it could go to gold. as a commodity, right, to a safe haven asset. It could go to the equity market, whatever the case may be. Okay? So in this case, when you look at the 10-year yield right now, you're looking at the Japanese yen, all right? What happened with the yen was their only currency that did not increase their interest rates, all right? They kept it at 0.1%. Everyone else was increasing it, so automatically all the money left Japan, literally. It left Japan because there was no return on investment. So what did the government have to do? They had to print a shit ton of Japanese yen to sustain their own economy. So a lot of money printing and buying up a lot of US 10-year yield treasury bonds. That's what they were doing. Because their own government bonds were useless, right? Worthless. So what's happening? The treasury bonds get sold, get dumped onto the market, right? Specifically the 10-year yield gets dumped. So the Bank of Japan can buy back their own currency cheaper. And that's what's happening with the yen. And we might see a major recovery for the yen right now because of the fact that other currencies potentially are decreasing their interest rates now. The Bank of England already did it. The dollar is potentially going to do it. There is no certainty yet. Right now we're at a 69%. If this is going to happen and the Bank of Japan is increasing their interest rates while other currencies are decreasing it, the yen is going to fly. And the yen is going to fly after a period of 4 years being bearish. And look at the top here, right? Go to the monthly. Look at the yen basket and look at the top. And what does it say? 2nd of March 2022. That was the high for the Japanese yen. Now go and take this to the 10-year yield, okay? And look at the bottom. 2nd of March 2022, all right? At this particular moment, you can see that both of them are moving along very nicely with each other. If you reverse the scale, this is how the 10-year yield looks, this is how the yen looks. So keep a very close eye on this chart when you're trading a yen pair. So if you trade GJ, focus not just on this one, focus on this one to get more accurate precision in regards to your entries. 10-year yield, very interesting. We might get dumped. The Bank of Japan is definitely putting in a lot of work, right? Buying back their own currency by selling the US treasuries. Nice story, right? Back to gold. 6 minutes for the closure above the 2466. If this closes a strong hourly candle above here, I'm not that worried any longer about that 30-minute low. I think we're going to look for bullish continuation, fam. I mean, I would not go against gold right now with all that data and with that extremely negative information that we've seen from the dollar right now at this particular moment. So we're very close. And we're very close to take out these highs right now. And anyways. Yeah, man. We're getting there. We're getting there. What is our main level of interest? It's still that same at the exact level, the fixed POC. Okay. It's still at 2466. The reason why is because this was the area where the most volume was traded from an early previous week. We call this the early previous week right here. If you don't know what we're talking about, then go a little bit back. Okay. Go back into the charts and check out the following. Okay. The early previous weekly levels. You will find it on page number 20. 28, 29, something like that, 30, okay? Check it out, check it out. The early previous week, okay, a full week of trading between the 14th of July and between the 22nd of July or 21st of July, okay? This is why we got rejected initially. This is now where we break and we could easily flip this into support and continue to drive up. In regards to resistance, next layer of resistance will obviously be the all-time high, right? In this case, the 2483 as well. So keep a close eye on that level. It's the high, it's the high, it's the high. And then, yeah, man, we'll see. Always unfortunate when you're in a short and you are in profit. but the risk to reward is so big that it's so worth it to set your stop loss to your entry, move your stop loss to your entry level and let it ride. Because if it goes, it goes. You guys know that. It absolutely goes. So yeah, man. Might be trading a little bit more often now. Also during London sessions. MS says Bitcoin is about to flip to the upside. Marcus says, look at the NSD, flipped already at 30 minutes. Ooh, yeah, man. It's starting to look a little bit weaker. Yeah. Yes, sir. But as you're looking for buys, yes, I would not go against what we're currently seeing. I don't see it making that much sense for now. You know, we have seen many instances where the NFP just decides to turn around and flip. We have seen it. We definitely have seen it. But yeah, anyways. This data was really bad. Nasty, nasty. It's almost like recession proof or recession data. Sorry, not recession proof. It looks like recession data. You can also click on the NFP here. If you go to investing.com, you can look at all the previous months. We have not seen this in the last, I don't know how long. Like, I don't even remember if I've ever seen these numbers. To be honest. Nope. Oh yeah, okay, last time was February 2021. Okay. 2021, February. Obviously, we had a terrible, you know, right into COVID and all that stuff here. So yeah, anyways. 4 years ago. Now, as you look at the yield rejecting from the support, oh, I'm looking at the end, my bad, sorry. Yeah, that's important, man. So the 10-year yield is indeed now currently at support. It doesn't mean anything, by the way, on the daily time frame. Doesn't mean anything. We'll see where it's going to take us. If this is going to be a bounce now, or if it's just going to pull back later, we'll keep a close eye on it for sure. But yeah. Yeah. You're not going to trade only when we see an opportunity, of course. Of course, I would not sit here not looking for setups, not looking for new trades. But obviously right now it's the NFP came out. Next week will be a normal week. Maar no FOMC, no NFP. So at least we have the closure above. So that's good. We didn't came down, we didn't close below, we didn't came to manipulate the lows before or whatever. So very committed. Very committed stuff. Why did you sell earlier, dude? Because if it went down, then we would have had a monster trade. And you know, if I get the chance to risk-free enter a position and sit it out to see what happens, I would take it any day. You would take it too. If you were in profits in your short with the potential of continuing down here and you could secure yourself and wait for the news, you would do the same thing. What do you think will happen with gold? Well, I think there's a big chance we're going to move up and we're going to take out the highs first, right? If that's the goal, if that's the target, to manipulate the highs, and after the highs are taken out, come down again. I would not be surprised if that would happen, right? So we're talking about the 2490, 2488, something like that, to then potentially come down and retest and create and set in a new higher low. I mean, something like that could be an interesting target. But we're gonna find out. Yeah, we set in the low at 24.35. I think that when we came, I think it was way too late. I wish it was on the stream yesterday. I truly wish it was on the stream, but I think we set in that low. What time? Like super late. We set in that low at 3 p.m. 2 p.m. So that's 2 a.m. for me here. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Couple hours before the daily closure. Very interesting. The 10-year yield is bouncing from the 3.788%. So if this continues to drive up, obviously you're going to see gold coming down. But the question is, how strong is this bounce actually going to be? Because on the daily time frame, yes, we have that support here. We might are reacting from it, but there are many instances where you come up and then you still push down here. But hey, let's see. Just missed EM1 on the fixed very high 50-minute. I will not look. I'm not into shorting yet. No. Regardless. Where can I find the code for the currency baskets? Are you in our group, my friend? Because we can send you the link. Can you talk about the oil trade you took earlier? Yes. We can. So the reason with oil is, of course, everything has been extremely bearish. So I have a trick, and I can share this with you guys as well here. I will utilize this in our group, in our private group. We took this oil trade in the trading floor. Very straightforward trade. Aligned perfectly with our LTA setup. Well, we look at the energy commodities. Okay, we look at oil, we look at natural gas, we look at heating oil, and we look at gasoline. And if all of them are in critical key levels at the same time, I like to utilize that. I like to use this in our favor, and I like to make sure that based upon that information, I try to work with it and potentially look for, look for entries right there. Okay. Oil gives me great opportunities, especially when the higher time frame aligns, but most importantly, when all these other ones align with it too. So that's something that we utilize, okay? Then in our group, Marco eventually saw it. We spotted it. I was like, yes, that's a great setup right there. What it was the following, okay? You have the session breaks indicator. It's free for you as well. We have yesterday, right? So let me make it a little bit more clear. And it's a big trade. It's a big trade. It's still running, right? It's a pretty big trade. Stop loss is above here. So what you can see now on that move here. Let me quickly get this sorted. There we go. But this is each individual day, right? We have the indicator. We use it from the previous day. Very simple. Price comes back and it tapped into the. You guys can see it. Let me know if you guys can see it. The previous daily very low, right? The previous daily very low. It's on the ebook. It's the exact level. It tapped into it during London Open. Okay. You have a double wick confirmation. You have your entry model number 1. I saw it a little bit later, so I waited personally a little bit for that deeper pullback. So for me personally, I had an entry slightly below it. But it was very close. Very close. I entered roughly around there. Still an entry model 1. Okay. Or an entry model 3 on the 15-minute. And then you have your entry there. Your stop loss above the highs. And you target, of course, everything that was happening here. We were building up that liquidity right there. We're taking this out. We broke down. And we drove it. We drove it. Okay. So that's your entry model 1. On the ebook right here, it's on page number 50. You work with the previous daily levels number 1 first. You can find the previous daily right here. Okay, previous daily value high, previous daily value area low, right? It's literally like that. In this case, you consolidate, you expand, you come back, you retrace, and then you have your entry model right here, and you continue to drive down further. In this case, the entry model was on page 50. Very simple, very clean. Entry model 1, double wick, third candle entry, double wick, double wick right here, and then the third candle entry, right? Clean G's, clean, straightforward LTA setup right there. Targeting the weekly lows. Cool. That's the trading floor, G's. Shout out to the trading floor. Shout out to the guys that are crushing it together. And everyone has been killing it this week. And especially a lot of learning, man. A lot of learning as well here. If you like the G's, if you are crushing it in the trading floor, press a W in the trading floor chat. We have around, what, 150 people now are in the group. Or not in the group, but in the actual trading floor on a day-to-day basis. So incredible stuff. Lorenzo, I'm the only one in the free Discord channel, so I'm sadly not in the trading floor group. Is there any link or codes in the free group for the baskets? I will share it with you, man. Let me share it with you right now in our group, okay? I'll share with you the link of all the baskets you need for TradingView. Keep in mind, you need to have a TradingView Plus, I believe. Otherwise, it's just for the daily time frame. But even that, it's a good start, right? It's a good beginning. Definitely to work with as well. So yeah, but I'll send it to you, my friend. I'll post it in the traders chat. Yeah, you can import it right away and you got it right there for you. We call it the money flow index. All right, G, use it. What was your biggest aha moment in trading, understanding volume or correlations? Well, I think that small steps lead to big profits, right? So for me, a lot of small aha moments led to a bigger aha moment. But one of the bigger aha moments was definitely understanding the money flow, like the bigger picture. Why are things moving? Why is oil coming down? And why is next to oil, why is heating oil coming down and gasoline coming down? Oh, okay, so they're all correlated. All right, so let's say oil is coming down, but heating oil is there, right? And or gasoline and heating oil are still not there yet, right? Then maybe they will follow up with oil. Maybe they are still coming. So maybe it's better to focus on these guys, on futures, for example. See what we can do from there. A lot of things you can do with the correlations, similar to currencies, right? Australian dollar was weak, New Zealand dollar was strong. We came down eventually. Guys, what are you looking for right now? Are you waiting for something? Yeah, so yesterday we were looking at the 24.43 and the 24.35. We bounced from the 24.43. We didn't have the follow through. We eventually came back towards the 24.35, set in the low and went to the 24.66. Now we're breaking out, but it would not be the first time for gold to reverse after the NFP, specifically around the New York Open. So I'm just patient, man. I'm waiting for the right setup. I see when it comes. I don't see anything particular right now, as of now. But what could happen in theory, if you really start to continue to drive further down, and then you pull back into these levels, which we have seen before, right? The 24.63, and you start getting rejected here on the lower time frame and form entry models around that, I'm definitely willing to take a short. That will be the only case to take a short in that manner. And that would mean that the 10-year yield has to close you know, another 30-minute candle at least around this zone here. But I can already see, based upon the 30-minute, that, you know, this might still flip and set in a stronger bottom. Just, it could potentially set in or take more time for it to develop before we actually start pushing up. And if that's the case, then gold might retrace again. So I'm watching price action closely. If we break the lows and we pull back into the previous range, and I see on the lower time frame any particular entries from specifically this range right here. So let's say this range right there, price comes back, it breaks the lows, it comes back up, and then potentially see what happens around there with the right confirmations. No rushing, especially not an NFP, and see what happens around that level. But the US Open is gonna come in 16 or 15 minutes, so that obviously is gonna be crucial. So you know how you would set it came down eventually. How would you find an entry? If you read the ebook, you know exactly where we look for, and in this case, it's the fixed levels, so the fixed ranges. How can I get into the trading floor? You can click on this link right here under the description. It takes you to the vip.ltaconcepts.ai. Go through it. I'll lead you through it later on. And it's a very easy process to join. A lot of these guys, they charge you $100, $200 a month, $250 a month to join a trading floor, specifically to trade with us every day long, all day long. All right. For you, it's $200 a year. That's 70 cents a day. If you think you can make more than 70 cents a day, you're going to learn a lot. You have to discover this for yourself. So vip.ltaconcepts.ai. We have been closed for around 7 weeks. We go opening and we close in phases because our Discord is still our Discord. And, you know, there are only a limited amount of people that can join these streams. So that's why. So we did swipe the lows. We did swipe the lows, man. You can never, ever, ever get too greedy. Around the NFP, you can never get too greedy. If there is something we've learned, fam, over the course of like what, months, years now, NFP could flip. It could flip and it could close exactly where we opened. So we're setting up to trap buyers and sellers and buyers and sellers. We have seen this many times over. So the move from the US Open in 12 minutes might be the move to like might gonna be the final and real move here. So yeah. Yeah, but it's so easy, man. I get it. You're in a buy for gold. Gold is almost at an all-time high. Everything is flying. Dollar data, the worst data you've ever seen in your life, right? If you understand data, you think gold's gonna go to the, you know, it's gonna go to what, 2,600? It's like that's what people think, and then boom, it reverses. So yeah, man. I get it, man. It's tough. It's tough, but you need a little bit more of a mechanical system for that. For the stop profits, and then you should be good. You should be good. You should be good. Look at the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar push. Yeah, both of them are pushing, right, Marco? Both of them are pushing, I think. Yeah. So what's the Australian dollar gonna do against the New Zealand dollar? Nothing. Nothing. We do got a couple new guys here in our group. All right. Nitin from British Columbia. Is that in? Oh, that's in Canada. Yeah. 6 months. His trading strategy was SMC ICT. Becoming consistently profitable trader, fly my own edge. Hope this will be my last paid course and membership. Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Join the trading floor, man. Get into us right now. Get into the group. But welcome, my friend. Welcome. Yeah, so let's also check out the US30 one time here. Nasdaq we already checked out. The US30 same, very similar. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So we swiped the lows now. We swiped the previous weekly lows now on the US30. It's an interesting move, fam. This might become a very interesting move to the upside here. I would not. This could definitely be a breakout. No, we've seen this many times before. We swiped the previous weekly lows. The 10-year yield is stabilizing. The dollar is still weak. Let me confirm it with one more chart. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. This was the last initial high that set in the low. Okay, it tapped into the previous weekly low. If you start breaking out here aggressively, most likely you guys are gonna see an aggressive push up, fam. If we're gonna go and the US30 is gonna open, right? The US is gonna open in like 6 minutes. Like we have seen this before. We have seen this before, but yeah, keep a very close eye on it because it's very interesting the way we're setting up here. I'm not sure if any of you guys trade the US30 or the Dow Jones instead of only gold here. I will pay very close attention to it. Why are you giving that offer for only $197? It seems so weird because you're giving a bunch of value. Well, because we are building a platform. It's a platform, right? It's not a course only. There is a series, there is a lecture series, there is a course in the group, but the idea is that it's a platform. So I want to bring as many traders together as possible. All right, it's not join my group, get my course, and learn LTA concepts. No, it's join our group, join the community, trade with us all day long as a group. That's where it's all about. So it's about bringing masterminds together, bring some smart guys together, and make a bunch of money. And that money will pay itself. You know what I mean? Long term, long term. Lorenzo, what are you gonna do to celebrate the 100,000 subscribers? What do you guys think about buying a new microphone? Let's celebrate it with a Joe Rogan microphone. Like a proper mic. I mean, you need to see the growth. You need to see the quality of the stream stepping up. And the only way to step up the quality of the streams is by growing in subs. So you see the whole journey, right? So step by step, man. Step by step. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the lights are already changing up colors. I'm already making the ambience for you a little bit more amusing. So, you know, let's be patient. Same as gold. Why is GJ not correlated with gold? Well, the reason why is because the reason why GJ was correlated with gold was because of the yen being correlated with the dollar and therefore indirectly correlated with the gold. So everything is connected. Everything, right? Semi, indirectly, whatever. So in this case, when the dollar switches up, okay, and the yen basket, most importantly, the yen basket switches up because of the 10-year yield now, right? And everything that we're having, we're seeing that shift from the yen. It doesn't mean that it always has to be correlated with gold, okay? Doesn't have to be. So we have the US Open. We have literally no movement. No movement from the Dow Jones. Very interesting. Very interesting. So gold is setting up actually quite nicely now. Overall, that's this swipe of the lows and then this hourly, you know, potentially hourly flip here. It's actually not that bad. It's actually looking kind of pretty solid overall. I don't know how big this move will be to the flip. 50 pips. Alright, so when the last bullish candle on the top was broken with the big bearish candle, was this an EM1? Yeah, if you look at it from that angle here, if you wanted to take a short, you wanted to go against the bullishness of gold, then yeah, this was an EM1 for sure. If you look here at this range, and you wanted to take a short when price was bullish, overall was pushing up, then on the 50-minute, this was an EM1 indeed. Based upon the top range. So you have this fixed range. You got rejected from this before. So it's not an unusual level right here. You saw that rejection point. If you take that to the 50-minute, you had that move. But the thing is, you know that you have the highs here, okay? If you take a trade here, you immediately need to go and break even when you tap into that zone. So you have a very short time span, maybe 30 pips max, 25 pips, 28 pips before you already get to that level, and you could let's say instantly flip from it, bounce from it, right? So it was definitely an EM1, but you know, the risk to reward was just not ideal. So yeah, I would have not shorted it regardless. Yeah, everything that contains a double wick confirmation and a break into one of your key levels, in that case the fixed POC, then yeah, could result into an entry model. But it's also about the direction and about the bigger picture sometimes as well. Does it make sense? Is the risk to reward great? Is the risk to reward not great? Then the question is it worth it? So the thing is here, right? So price consolidates, it comes down, manipulates. We entered sells here. When price came here, we put our stop loss to entry. Price came out, took us out on break even. Right, risk free. Price continued to drive up. It swiped now the lows, and it's now retesting the internal highs. Where would you buy? I have one idea in mind. The only thing that I would do is potentially, you know, and this could definitely happen still. We might still get back towards this range. We pull back into this range. Then we're continuing to drive further up. So we take out the lows one more time here. We continue to push down. We get into this range and we drive up here. This is where I feel like, yeah, this is where I would have my safe buys. And this is where I would say, you know what? If I take a trade from that level, let's say the 24.52 or the 24.46, and price comes back down, then I think there is just a lot more potential to just take out the lows, come back, drive higher, and potentially go for this high, right? And from there onwards, once the high is taken out, I mean, anything is possible once you reach a new high, right? But overall, of course, we maintain bullish on gold, especially when, you know, this data came out so negatively, so bearish for the dollar, for the 10-year yield, for the US economy in general. And, you know, also keep in mind that all the uncertainty is also there, right? We're talking about Iran and like Israel and all that shit that's going on right now. And they're already talking about a new attack or whatever the case may be, right? This weekend, you know, the problem with this always is that all these attacks and all these, you should backtrace it. It always happens in the weekend when the markets are closed, okay? But the speculation is what matters. The speculation is what matters. So from like a geopolitical standpoint as well, you know, it's not looking that good at the moment. So yeah, when I combine these factors with the dollar and this news and everything that we've seen, with a potential rate cut, the probabilities of a rate cut, like there is nothing that could say, I'm bearish here. I'm bearish from a fundamental standpoint on gold right now. From a technical standpoint, yes, I would love to see the lows getting swiped one more time, right? A second time before the actual push further. I would not be dissatisfied with that. So that's why what I would look for is the pullback into the fixed value high or the fixed POC of this range. This is just a range. You have that expansion. We didn't have a proper retest yet. We swipe the lows one more time. We get into our levels, and then I'm willing to take and look for longs right here. Okay. So that's the only potential like long position I would look for. Even though you know, I'm pretty bullish overall. It's just that what I see now is just the price structure, the price action in general is just very choppy overall. It's just indecisive. And I think all the early sellers and buyers are gonna get squeezed out first. And the same thing we saw yesterday as well, when price came back down. You know, we saw the same thing happening. We came back down eventually a bit lower. And that was the low to continue to drive further to the upside. So I would not be surprised if you might see something similar where we drive down to look for one more move here. So for me personally, that will be the safer play and the most high rewarding setup as well, if I would look for a trade like that, which could easily happen during this session due to, you know, the aftermath of the NFP, where late night some volume will get into the markets, always, you know, an hour into the US Open and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of this move. One more move down. First stop is 24.52, and the second one is 24.45. Can always think about getting in here, and if price still comes down, see what we can do there. Regardless. Yeah, something like that, geez. Because it's like, oh, are we gonna go up now? Are we gonna come down now? People are like waiting for it. So I think we're trapping guys on both sides, and we're just building out that new liquidity now. If let's say price comes down, or when it came down and it shot up, eventually people thought right away, okay, the lows are swept, so now we're gonna go up, right? That's the first impression. So where are these guys gonna put their stop losses now? They're gonna put their stop losses there, and that's where I want to enter. Lorenzo, we should start trading some else on stream and gold is not showing us something. I agree. We're gonna do this in the near future, my man. We're gonna get an integrated trading floor, much more also on our YouTube. So yeah, man, we're gonna trade a lot of different layers, a lot of different things. We're gonna come with a new format. You guys are gonna love it. Because, yeah, some serious money is made there. So yeah, for sure, we're gonna start trading multiple things on our channel instead of just gold. But not yet. We're here. We're here for gold. Aaron says, enter with a massive putter stop loss. Yeah, I think that's just the best play today. Especially NFP. After the NFP in this case. It's just so easy to think, oh, you swipe this low on the 50-minute. You swipe this low, so you're going to move up. If you go, we go, right? But I can't control that. But if you know, where I feel I have more control, if price comes down one more time and it goes and taps into like a proper range to take out the lows. Marcus says, wish you all a nice weekend. Get fresh mind to the next Monday London session. Shout out to Marco, man. Thank you, man. Have a nice weekend, bro. Didn't it technically swipe the lows of the NFP already? Yeah, it actually did. And that's the exact reason why I believe that a lot of guys think that. And that's why they're looking for upside. So yeah, yeah, actually correct. Indeed. Why don't you sell to the stop? Because, you know, I have no certainty. There is no entry model that I would think, you know, that is kind of appealing to me. And I don't really like to go against the bigger player, right? In this case. I think the move that I'm looking for, the trade that I'm looking for, will be then the bigger trade. And that's worth the risk for me. Lorenzo, I keep combining SMC and LTA concepts together. I just keep getting frustrated. What's your advice? Ditch one of them. Ditch one of them. Yeah, you're gonna get frustrated, man. One strategy says this, the other one says this. If you want to mix them together, yeah, it gets it gets very annoying. That's scary. The good thing about SMC though is that like you understand structure, market structure. You understand like a lot of things very well. You know, you learn a lot of good things about, you know, market structure mainly. That I would say is very useful. Liquidity, market structure, all right, that type of stuff. Yeah, I think that's great shit. But yeah, once LTA came, once the correlation started to be integrated with LTA, yeah, that's when things started to really go. And the feedback and the group and the community and the trades in the community, like I've never seen more wins in that short period of time. And it's not per definition the wins that matter, because everyone will make money and will win trades, but it's the explanation of the trades that matter, right? The reason for the trade, the proper like actual explanations of the trade, the reason why they entered, is what we care about. Nice, he's back. The G. Let's go LTA Friday special today. Been absent on the cigars due to slight medical issue, not cigar related, but this one is for the news. Next time I join you, my friend. Next time I join you. Cynthia says, heartfelt thanks for the direction to wait patiently for the 2438 to come before the long. I waited with patience and it came for an 1.8k win to close at 2450. Patience and trust in your analysis pace. Thank you. Yes, that was a beautiful one. 2435. The entry model from our strategy came at 2438 indeed. Yeah. Yeah. Good, amazing. Yeah, so it's practically the idea now, right? So, okay, internally, ranging, swiping the lows, swiping the highs, swiping the lows, right? Making believe, people believe we're gonna go up, swiping the lows again, then making a move up. This is how we should think now. It's like a chess game. It's 4D chess right now. And the last thing that I want to do is enter in the middle of it, if that makes sense. Oliver says, do you like cigars? I do. Yes. Some of them. What happened is somebody shot on the Olympics. Is that what happened? I didn't even know that. Do you guys know anything about that? I'm literally just seeing it right now. Oh, it's not true. It's not true. Or what? Olympics shooter. Ah, okay. Never mind. No. Fake. It's like air shooting. Okay. Did you guys see that man that beat up that woman? Have you guys seen that one though? Imagine, right? I'm boxing right now, right? And I have a fight in like a month. Somewhere in September is my fight, my boxing fight, right? And they're gonna tell me, you know what? You're gonna fight a woman. Okay? Similar experience to you in regards to, you know, training, but you're gonna fight a woman. Like, what are you talking about? We're talking the Olympics here, right? We're not talking about like, you know, Thailand, getting wasted in Thailand in a bar. We're talking about the Olympics. Anyways, I don't know, man. But yeah, the world is a funny place. Shaz says, you're wasting your time and others' time too? I mean, leave the stream then. You don't have to stay here, my friend. Oh, she was a woman. No, she was not a woman. No, it was a man. That chromosome shit, no, G. No, G. No, fuck that. Okay, I'll do some proper research, all right? But anyways, that still should not be allowed. Regardless. My opinion. Will you do any more giveaways in the coming weeks? Today, my friend, we're gonna set up a giveaway today. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's Friday, weekly closure. We're gonna set up a giveaway for sure. Absolutely. So yeah, anyways, gold is hanging around, right? It's just doing nothing here, wasting the charts. But the only interesting level that I would say, similar to what we said yesterday, 24.35. Now in this case, 24.52. That would be the ideal case scenario. One more swipe of the lows before we find the reversal. How is your LTA concepts different from SMC and ICT? LTA is completely different than SMC and ICT, and the reason why that is because it's built up around volume analysis. ICT, it will never include volume analysis in their strategy. We do. We are much more focused on data rather than, you know, the pattern algorithm, like trying to understand the algorithm. We're much more focused on the data itself. So, you know, what are key levels? What are levels of interest based upon executed orders? How can we measure that? And if price gets there, how big is the probability that a trade will actually play out? Okay, that's the difference between ICT. SMCs is a variant of ICT. It's not the same, right? And LTA. LTA is much more built and based around data, volume, less subjective. For the average human. Wow, oil, man. Oil keeps going. Gold is hanging around. Oil keeps going. I think oil is going to go for the lows like we said before. We did our analysis about oil and it's almost there now. We talked about it when once price was there. It's almost at the lows. So yeah, it's very, very crazy that oil indeed did that over the course of yeah, a month. One full month, indeed. So yeah, very, very crazy stuff. Private says, I've been trying LTA for a couple months now and my brother uses SMC. Win rate wise, LTA wins. Okay. Add oil to the stream. Yeah, oil, we have been, honestly, we have been killing it with oil in the group, especially. Yeah, most definitely, we have been killing it there. That's facts. It's looking good, my friend. Yeah, can you expect entry model 4? Yeah, so entry model 4 is an entry model built against the entry model 1. So it's the idea of you knowing that that entry model 1 is not going to play out and it's going to go into a continuation mode. And the way you can do that by understanding is by just understanding the correlations or by understanding the trend. If the trend is very bullish and you're looking for short and you see an entry model 1 occurring, you're like, we're still going to push up, you can use entry model 4. Alright, so an entry model 4 is very similar to an entry model 1, but the entry model 4 is the opposite of an entry model 1. Alright, so sometimes when you look at an entry model 1, you can take an entry model 4 as your hedge. If you believe that there is a lot of potential follow through that you can look at. Okay, so yeah, looks like this. Alright, I can show you it right now. So this is your entry model 4A and 4B. Let's say price comes down aggressively. It shows you an entry model 1. A lot of guys think that this is the bounce, and because it breaks the lows in the third candle, it's always a 3 candle play, right? 1, 2, 3 candles. The third candle is the move. So what it does is it comes down, it starts to consolidate, and it breaks further, right? That's your EM1. It has to be, or 4. It has to be around a key level, and you know, whenever you see it on the 50-minute or 30-minute or the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, 8 hour, or the daily, it doesn't matter, because this exact candle structure can still play out very well. We've seen it many times happening. Johnny says, man, volume is really dead. Literally no action when the market opens. It is very slow, I have to agree. Usually it's not that slow, especially around the NFP. But hey, we cannot control that, right? We had a full trading week. We had the FOMC. We had the CPI for the euro. We have the NFP. Yesterday we had the interest rate decision from the Bank of England. We had a lot of important news. If you look at next week, there is not that much important stuff happening except the PMI on a Monday, but it's not as important. So next week is just a normal trading week, guys. No worries about news, nothing crazy, nothing that can screw it over. So it's usually much cleaner price action as you're not prepared for anything else. All right. The week after that, we will have the CPI gap, all right? But that's in 2 weeks from now. Any discounts for the LTA VIP in the future? Man, bro, what do you think? $197 for a year in the trading floor, 12 hours a day with a series. A discount. I had a product one time for $50. People asked for a discount. Just download the ebook, my friend. It's free. It's 74 pages long. I think you can get a lot out of that. I don't think you need to pay anything if you cannot afford it. Then if you just cannot afford it regardless, then just don't do it at all. All right, don't scramble your last money to buy something. Just get to the ebook, go through it, put in the work, start backtesting, and put in the work, man. Put in the work and save some money for yourself. Maybe if you stick to the end here, well, we're gonna do that in like 10 minutes from now. We're gonna give away. We're gonna do at least one giveaway here, okay? Making sure that you have the understanding there. All right? You might win it. Right? That would be ideal, right? That would be funny if you would actually win. That would be nice. Yeah. As gold bounced from the POC of 12 days ago. Yes, it's the fixed POC, the early previous weekly POC. Realizes I literally made money back in the first trading floor. I'm 100% serious about this statement. I literally made my money back the first day in the trading floor. I'm 100% serious. Nice, G. So yeah, I'm gonna do the giveaway now, G's. I don't see gold coming down. I think we're gonna creep up slowly. We're gonna pull back one more time. I think we're gonna stick around here a little bit. I'm thinking we're gonna hang around. My areas of interest are still the lower levels, okay? You might think it's not gonna get there. Well, we're gonna find out if that's the case. But these are my areas of interest. I'm still interested in looking for it. And if I learned something about gold, is you never know. You never know, right? Next week we have a normal trading week. No FOMC, no NFP, no crazy shit, no crazy stuff to take in consideration. So it's gonna be very straightforward, working with the regular way of trading, like we always do. So yes, I'm gonna set up the giveaway for you guys. I'm not gonna hold you guys up any longer, but I am interested still in that pullback if it gets there. Okay, and if it goes up and it gets to the all-time high already, obviously then we have to reevaluate from there. But you know, I'm not convinced that this is just gonna be the push. I would love to see the 2452 get hit for my entries. Absolutely. Let me set it up, G's. Let me set it up. Please add some other pairs to the streams next week. We're gonna do it at some point. We're gonna change it up as well. We're gonna get the trading floor also connected with YouTube, so you don't have to always be in the trading floor. All right, we're gonna have our YouTube as well. We're gonna find a way to bridge the gap. So it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a new format that has never been done before on YouTube, and you will love it because you're gonna have a constant flow of new trades coming your way. Not just only gold, even though gold is also going to be there, of course, regardless. So, you know, for the people that are here, it's not going to make a difference for you. We're just going to get some things on top of that. We're going to include some more things that could help us with more activity as well for our trades. Especially during weeks like this, when the NFP is there, the FOMC is there, where there are two streams. We had only 3 streams this week, right? And if there are 2 streams of which these are like big news days, then yeah, that's normal. Okay, cool. So LTA VIP or I want LTA, type in I want LTA. Okay, type it once, and then we can you know, do the giveaway for you guys. Close to week strong. I'm gonna end up with an analysis here. I'm gonna look at a couple things, and yeah, I want to get some more guys in our trading floor regardless. So this is your chance to win it for free. Okay, what can you win here? You literally get access to our group. Okay, it's a platform, like I said. I wanted to create something absolutely special. You understand, it's only 5 months left till the end of the year, right? Everyone had great ideas at the beginning of the year. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and now it's August. So now you have to decide for yourself, is it really gonna be worth it for you to put in the work right now? Because time is flying, right? Markets are shifting, elections are coming, right? All these things are coming along here. So anyways, we're gonna work with our people. We have our series. It's our full breakdown of our series right here that you can get access to, the full concept of LTA. All right, you will not find it on YouTube yet. It will come later. It's not on YouTube yet. All right, you should have already downloaded the ebook. Okay, you should have already have it. It's free, so you should have already studied it a little bit. I want you to do this first before you get involved here. because we only want people in our group that understand who we are, where we stand for, what we're doing, how we're trading, globally, like generally speaking, okay? But this is what you can win. And of course, the trading booth or trading floor, right? Taking trades with our whole group, everyone's streaming, everyone's sharing setups, same system, same strategy. Very important. If everyone trades different, it's not gonna work out. One person says this, the other person says, no, it's a buy. The other one says, no, it's a sell. And then you know who to follow, right? How many times have you seen in some Discord chat or whatever the case may be, it's a buy, no, it's a sell, because I see this or I see that. We want to get rid of that. We want to bring people together that are trading the exact same way. That's the only way. You know, different opinions are great, but the foundation should be the exact same. All right? That's what it is about. So very important stuff. Get into the trading floor. If you are working, right, and you are just working on a day-to-day basis and you cannot be there all day, then just listen to it. Get your earpods in, listen to it, okay? And then you will listen and see what they're talking about. Because unconsciously, you're gonna hear them talking about setups all day long. And you're gonna sum it up. It's like listening to an audiobook. That's what it's about, all right? So it's a yearly membership. That's what you're gonna win, 1 year, for $197, okay? That's what it's about. So it is already cheap, but you can get it for free. Why not? Let's do it. There we go. Where's the drum? All right, Gis, let's go. Let's go. And the winner is Mrs. or Mr. Andro. Sorry, Andro sounds too Dutch. Andro, my friend. Let me know if you hear it. Should we do it one more time? We're gonna do it one more time. One more time. Yeah, one more time. He's here. Okay, G. Fantastic stuff. Congratulations. All right. You are here. Yeah, we got you. All right. Open a custom support ticket in our Discord. You're gonna find it out. You figure it out. Custom support ticket in our Discord. All right. Let's do it one more time for somebody else. Boom. Hey, Manuel. My brother. You want, mate? All right, mate. You got it. Okay. Let me know if you're here. Let's get it sorted. And for the rest, if you cannot afford it or whatever the case may be, you really want to be into it, be patient. And we might do another giveaway later on. All right. Maybe next weekend or whatever the case may be. Before, right as when we close. I'm not sure if he's here though. You know what to do, G? You know what to do. You know what to do. Yes, sir. All right. Yeah, fantastic, bro. Incredible stuff. So for the rest, guys, yes, we have everything behind us now. The NFP, the FOMC, okay? Gold is in resistance one more time, all right? I'm still looking at lower levels first before making that push up here. That's what I'm willing to take a trade from. That's where I feel more comfortable with, especially with the FOMC, the NFP behind us, and everything that matters. Next week, normal trading week. No distractions, normal trading week. Should be just normal price action. And regular entry models and trade setups, okay? Looking forward to that. So for the rest, guys, yes, we're gonna chase our farm rate up a little bit later on. We're gonna set in include more currencies and also more commodities. We're gonna find a way where it's not too messy. And eventually, you guys just wanna make money, right? That's what it's all about. You guys wanna learn and earn. That's what I've heard, at least, in my backstory. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna work on. And most importantly, I hope you learn everything every single day. I hope you learn at least a little bit, okay? Because eventually, at the end of the day, you're a big boy. you need to do it by yourself. You need to step up your game also by yourself. You can do it with us as a community. It's important that you go into the stream with something like, hey, I need to learn something here. That's something I didn't know. Maybe I should ask something. Maybe I should do something like that. And I love you guys. I'm going to take care of you guys. I'm going to see you next week. And back to work as always, yeah? Back to work as always. Take care. Have a great weekend. Next week, normal trading week. Let's get the party started once again. Peace out. See you in the trading floor. Ciao, ciao.